Thanks for joining us for Driven Coast to Coast Car Talk. Today we are about very, very fast cars. Trevor's R35 is an 8-second streetable built race car that has over 200,000 kilometers driven on it and 1,500 horsepower. Let's dig in. What were the goals?
Well, my initial goal was to have a car to enjoy because the green car, I enjoyed the build process of it and meeting people, but I didn't enjoy trailering it around. Like it took the emotion out of the car for me. So it kind of hindered me in that way. So I wanted something that I could enjoy and use daily, use whatever, do whatever I want. And at the time the GTR came out, it was a supercar killer, they called it basically. And in '09, 10, and 11, the GTR was pretty devastating as a car back then. Like Lambos and nothing could really run with you.
It changed the game back in 2008, 2010. In that time when it came out, it was 100% game changer. Like it was a very rare occurrence. You don't see that very often. For something to come in at that price point and just do what it did.
It was a bit of a drought too, right? Like we hadn't seen, a major call it hero Japanese car out for a while, and then the Nissan GTR was kind of kickstarted that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, to be honest, the 33 was actually the last racing heritage GTR. Mm-hmm. The 34 was more of the prettiness and movie set kind of car. But everyone wishes they had because the prices of them are through the roof nowadays.
Of course.
But the 35 is actually the true halo because they wanted to show Porsche. Basically, it was a grudge between Porsche and Nissan is what pushed that car.
Right. Yeah. And was it like you set your goals on a particular, was it 8 seconds? Was it 1,500 horsepower?
No.
What kickstarted that?
Originally, it was like to enjoy drivability daily. At SEMA, when I took my green car there, I ran into Kenny Tran from Jotech. I was looking for a shop to do like initial starts, like your standard bolt-ons, as I would say, is bolt-ons. So I did bolt-ons, like I met a shop, like I ran into the Alpha guys, and I just felt Jotech treated me more like a family. So that's why I kind of keep going back. Everyone's like, oh, it's way in Texas, but it gives me and the wife, we're older now, so we travel a lot more, so we spend more time down there, except obviously this last year, but we go down there. We have way more friends pretty much down in Texas than we do in Alberta, just because all the rallies and racing and stuff that I do down there. And so I did bolt-ons, and on full bolt-on level, the best I ever ran at Castro was 10.8s. And that's, your standard, your flex, whatever. I know guys are running 10.5s with theirs, but my car was an older platform, plus it had a lot more miles than most GTRs too, right?
Mm-hmm. So when you say Jotech, you were ordering parts from them and then installing them yourself. This is all work that you've done yourself, right?
A percentage of it is.
Okay.
There's like the major builds, like the transmission is a Shep's transmission, stage 5. I originally was a stage 4. I just stage 5'd it this year because back when I built the transmission, I built it so I overbuilt it. But where my car's at now, it's actually not overbuilt anymore. It's kind of underbuilt. Like I had to just change the input shaft and the clutching that I just this few months ago in my car this winter, just to handle the power that I'm putting down now. But yeah, they're the shop that I found that I trusted. Like I do a lot of the maintenance since they're down there. I do all the R&R myself up here. Like whenever I do oil changes, I take an oil sample, I'll send it out. It's race car stuff. Like if you get in the high power cars, it's just a peace of mind to do oil samples. It's one simple thing, but everyone's like, just change oil and go. But if you send an oil sample and there's a little bit of metal in there, hey, we're not running this.
Yeah.